would be. And if he didn't know, I don't see why we should be claiming to know. There were limitations to his knowledge. There were also limitations to what he could do. There's a very interesting passage in Mark's Gospel that said when he went to Nazareth, he could perform no miracle there. As King James says, he could do no mighty work, and he marveled at their unbelief. Because they were full of unbelief, his power of healing even was limited. And that's what the scripture tells us. And it all fits into the pattern. After all, Jesus did not call an army of angels down to assist him on the cross. He went humbly to his death. I said that the epistle to the Hebrews said he learned obedience through the things that he suffered. And here in Philippians, it says that being found in human form, he humbled himself and became obedient to the point of death, even death on the cross. Now, I've been talking about the things that Jesus was not, and did not, and perhaps could not do. But of course, the fact is that Jesus didn't walk around just as an ordinary man. We're told that the common people heard him gladly. He must have been a charismatic preacher. There's no doubt about it. And the crowds would stream to hear him, to listen to him. So he was obviously a dynamic leader. He had great powers like that. As a Methodist, I have great admiration for John Wesley. And in his comment on this passage where it says that he emptied himself, he said, well, he became a common man, as though he was not unusually attractive. Now, I don't say that he looked like a matinee idol or a sort of male television handsome star, but certainly he came across as a leader. So I've just a bit of a doubt even about what John Wesley said. But there's something that his brother Charles said in a hymn, which I think is important. It's a hymn which in the United Methodist Church we sometimes sing, but not too often. And can it be that I should gain an interest in the Saviour's blood? And it says, he left his father's throne above and bled for Adam's helpless race, emptied himself of all but love. That was a comment on this passage in Philippians. He emptied himself of all but love. At first, he was at the right hand of God. Okay, he would know everything. He could do everything. But he limited himself. But one respect in which he did not limit himself was love. He emptied himself of all but love. And this is, I think, at the heart of the message in this epistle to the Philippians. We often brag about ourselves. We may not always do it openly, but we may do it privately to ourselves. We're right and the other folks are wrong. But the fact is that when Jesus came into the world, he set us an example of putting others first and not being bombastic about himself. He didn't really need to be, because when he preached the word and the people heard him, and when he healed the sick, so many people recognized that here was somebody special. But of course, people's allegiance to a leader is often very frail. And when it was obvious it was not politically correct,